Still to come, a movie theater chain targets the streaming audience with Netflix in mind.
Your daily transaction for useful information. The WBBM Noon Business Hour continues.
It may seem counterintuitive, but AMC Theatres is launching a streaming service. Let's discuss the strategy with Tim Hanlon, founder and CEO of the Vertere Group here in Chicago. Tim, explain what's going on here and why this may be good for AMC.
Well, Cisco, another log on the growing conflagration that is competing streaming services, and no end in sight, by the way, right? So in between some of the things that we've talked about in previous shows, in between the subscription services or subscription video on demand services and the free and or ad-supported streaming services is sort of a new wrinkle. And in the parlance, they call it transactional video on demand, which essentially means pay per view, if you remember that concept from the old cable days. And this is something that you can experience now with Walmart's Vudu service, or even in Amazon's world that's not part of the Prime service, where you traditionally find a title that you're interested in, a movie title, and you pay $2.99, $3.99, $5.99, whatever, to watch / rent said movie. You could also buy it as a digital copy that you can watch over and over again. That's where AMC is stepping into in the sort of transactional video space, where you can actually rent or own a movie title that's not necessarily at the same time as is in the movie theater itself, but it certainly leads to the conclusion that maybe someday there might be a winnowing, I guess, of the time lapse between that of a movie being available in a movie theater and that it being available in one's home. And I think that's what AMC is trying to do here.
And for the people who are putting the movies together and trying to make as much money as they can, does it then come down to, okay, do we make more from selling it to Netflix to put on their streaming service, or do we make more from AMC charging to see it in this way?
I think from a business perspective, this is a leverage play from the AMC theater side of things to somehow protect and or encourage people to still come to see the movies in a physical sort of point of presence, but also a recognition that increasingly consumers may want to watch things in the convenience of their own home, and this might give them, AMC Theaters, a bit of a lever to maybe getting some of those titles a little closer to the actual movie launch versus, say, like Netflix or others who have to wait 90 days, even longer, depending on how the window structure is set up.
Yeah, really going to be fascinating to see how it plays up. Certainly a lot of competition in streaming. Thank you, Tim Hanlon, founder and CEO of the Vertere Group here in Chicago.